sports and physical activities.
We do not have that much time this morning, Sergio, for our part, so I think we're going to go straight to it and just start. Do you want to listen to the cheers first before giving the points?
Okay, so let's just start with that point today. We're going to hear all your cheers and chants. Remember that that also gives the house a lot of points, so we really hope that you are very creative and energetic with your cheers today. So, at your call.
Okay, we're going to start then with the house of... Let's start with Chigüiros. Chigüiros, what do you have for us today? Okay, very good, Chigüiros. Let's hear now Corocoras. Okay, and let's see what Cachirres have for us this morning. Cachirres, are you awake this morning? Okay, let's go now with Cachicamos. What about the House of Guios? Okay, very good. Guios Venados. Uncle Zoe. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I like that cheer. Okay, Araguatos.
Oh.
En italiano. Ellos sí me preguntaron que si este día se podía italiano, o sea, cualquier idioma que no fuera español. Okay. My Italian, I think that is not that good anymore. Then, okay. And we're missing the house of Aguares.
Okay.
Okay, those are the cheers for today, Sergio. So let's go into what they're really wanting to hear this morning, and is how we are on those points, and well, how's the competition in this third day of their Cultural Week 2024?
Of course, we will also like to greet the ones who are online with us from your houses there on live on YouTube. And production team, they said that they have a challenge for the people who are right now connected with us. So be careful, captains, if you want to translate to your parents and the people at home. The challenge is the next. You know, this Cultural Week has its history. So there were before other houses and animals that represented the teams in the school before these 8 teams. So we will give additional points for the parents that right now on live in the comments in YouTube can say or can type what were other animals that were involved in the Cultural Week before this edition of the 8 animals, okay? What were the animals that were involved in the Cultural Week before this actual or current edition of the Cultural Week? So let's see if they can win additional points. Okay.
Interesting.
So let's start with the points. Do you want to hear the points? Perfect. So we will give you the final scores chart points of the day, okay? Of the day. Humanities yesterday. Who were the best? Which was that team in the first, second, third, and finishing in the 8th position only in the day?
Are you going to start with the first one or 8th one?
No, let's start with the last one, and so we can hear the
going
first
up.
one.
Okay. Okay, so yesterday, without taking into account positive and negative points, only with the activities. I don't know, Sergio, they're all talking very much today. It's very difficult to talk when they're talking.
There you go.
Okay, so this is the chart of positions yesterday, only of the activities. There's no positive or negative points in this chart, only of the activities of the day, of yesterday, our second day. So, in the 8th place came in yesterday the House of Venados.
8th place. Okay, remember that this is we're gonna know the champions of humanities of the day. Okay, in 7th position, the house of Cachicamos.
In 6th position, the house of Guios.
Position 5th, the house of Chigüiros.
In 4th position, the house of Jaguares.
Position 3 in humanities, the house of Cachirres.
Which leaves us with the house of Corocoras and Araguatos, and the winner of the activities of yesterday in humanities is the house of Araguatos. In 2nd place, the house of Corocoras.
Okay, so that leaves Corocoras with the 2nd place in humanities. Congratulations. But now we will go with positive and negative points from yesterday.
Do you want me to specify, and you have the chart open? And I'll specify the why? Or we do it same?
We do it house by house.
Okay.
And so I will start with Araguatos. I'm gonna try to do it very quickly, okay? Araguatos yesterday, I'm gonna start with the positives, all right? Because you were cheering up your team in the whole day. You can applause at the end, okay? At the end. Teacher Sarmiento really helped in an activity yesterday, helped other teachers. You were really into an activity and you worked together as a team and you created a, how do you say trinchera? Trinchera.
Trinchera. A trench.
Okay, that thing. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. There, we don't know why, but you made it, and that was like a teamwork spirit. Okay? So well done. Thank you, Lorena. You were not only cheering up your team in the little ones, but also in primary and high school. So that gave you more points for that. Teacher Muki, you were highlighted by the production team because you were giving company to one of the kids during the lunch. So well done. Because you were one of the 4 teams who gave the attendance list at the beginning of the day. Oh, because there were some teachers who helped other teachers with decoration for the day. Well done. There was.
Those are not teachers, those are students. Those were, the next one is Leone and Ospina. That they were helping picking up things in the material and disinfectant.
Ah, okay. So there were some Araguatos helping, picking up things and helping other teachers in the football pitch at the end of the activity. So well done.
Because of being the first house on bringing donations.
Because this gives no points because it must come from your heart. So it's about the donations. But yesterday, it was the second day, and those tables are really empty. So something was going on. So we really saw that the Araguatos, they really insisted in their house to bring donations for this charity activity. So production decided to give you some additional points for that, okay? And that's it. So at the end, how many points they accumulated positive? Help me with that, please.
Oh, in the chart?
So that gave you at the end
820 positives.
820 positive points. But you also had negatives. Because there were some students in primary with a wrong attitude at the beginning of the day. They were paying no attention. Because there were some Araguatos Beltran siblings using rude vocabulary during the activity back there on the grass. Because Captains Araguatos, León and Bermudez, they were really aggressive during one of the activities. Because Araguato Captain Simón Vidal was out of his house with a chigüiro. They call it support in their social network in Instagram. But that was not support. They were really playing out of their houses. 5 kids from primary, they were caught playing football while they had to be working in their houses here in the Coliseum and supporting their team. They even had to take this reflection paper home. 5 kids from Araguatos. And also there was an Araguato, one of these 5, who was using rude vocabulary, wrong vocabulary during one of the cheerings of the team. Okay? So at the end, you had
280.
280 points, negative points. Okay? That's for Araguatos. Remember, everybody, today is 30 points for each wrong attitude or one of these elements items in the list. Okay?
Corocoras, your positive points. Positive points yesterday was because of your cheers in the morning in the Coliseum. Because the first cycle kids were the only ones that did their cheer by themselves in the morning.
With no
the only
captain
group with no
leading.
captain, with no help of captains, but by themselves. Because of being one of the first 4 houses on getting to the Coliseum. Because we had Jacobo Lopez and Luna Ochoa with their suits on, costumes since the morning. Because Jacobo Martinez was very interested in keeping the classroom clean. Because Luciana Costa really did a very good job yesterday with the primary kids as a captain. Because you were doing cheers during the entire day with primary. Because the captain was very honest.
Oh, yeah.
And brought us one of the cell phones of a student that hadn't handed it in during the morning.
So it was basically the one Corocora kept her phone in the back. But then the captain saw this situation, and so she took the phone and brought it to coordination. So we gave points to the captain for this honest attitude. Okay?
And also points, positive points, because of the contents cheers in high school. This leaves you that yesterday you summed up 670 positive points. Now, negatives. On the negative side, even though Jacobo tried his best to leave the classroom organized during the day, the rest didn't. So you left your classroom not organized, so negative points for that. Because there was a girl that didn't hand in her phone in the morning, so negative points for that. Because we had one of the little colocoras push another achigüiro, actually, during one of the activities. And because you had a sleepy colocora in one of the activities. He was just knocked dead, sleeping during one of the activities. Which gives you 8 negative points, and that's it.
Okay. And now I will continue with Jaguares. Jaguares, you got positives because you were one of the 4 first houses coming into the Coliseum at the beginning of the day. Because you had some Jaguares with very good costumes yesterday. Emilia, Annie, Ariana, Victoria, Tomas, and another kid in primary, we don't know who, but we got the pictures. Because the cheers in preschool, they were really good yesterday. Because Ana Maria Vanegas really took the role of a mother yesterday and supported all the little kids, and she's there. She likes it. And also because at home, your parents really did the challenge of this.
They came and
Oh,
bought
they
the
came.
books. Yes.
They came, bought books, and so they got these pergaminos.
Scrolls.
Sorry, I didn't attend that class.
It's not words that we use
Now,
on a daily basis.
Negative. Sorry. So you accumulated yesterday
800.
800 positive points. But the little ones here, they were cheering up with these pompones. Pompons. I knew it. But they left the mess on the floor. So you have to leave your space tidy. Because there were 2 Jaguares lost yesterday. One of those was Iris Daniela. Because there were some Jaguares playing in the outside court while they had to be working in their team. There was a really wrong attitude during a game from Maria Paz and Salome. There was a little Jaguar from preschool waiting at the gates with the bag, with no
By
teacher.
himself.
There was a negative because there was a Jaguar yesterday, a girl from grade 7 without the house's shirt. So we know that she brought a costume in the morning, but the activity had already finished, and she decided not to wear the house of the shirt. She was wearing a white T-shirt and some jeans, I guess, jeans.
Yes.
And there was a captain.
Co-captain.
A co-captain
Leon.
lying on the floor yesterday while you had to be preparing for the next day.
But I'm really proud of Jaguares because they did take my advice, and I don't know what they did with Pinto yesterday, but there's no negative points from Pinto, so that's a very, very good job.
And where is Pinto?
You don't even feel him anymore. He's just so calmed down.
So at the end, in negatives, you had 260 points, okay? So make your counts.
Okay, cachicamos. Yesterday, you got points because you had one of your kids, Matias Santoyo, with the costume on. You also had points for your cheers in the Coliseum, your cheers during the competition of the days, because there was a 10th grade student with the preschool kids during the day. There was a kid, I think this was in restaurant. I think this was in the restaurant. There was a kid mopping the floor to organize some mess that someone else had done. And teacher Ingrid was helping with cleaning the tables at lunchtime as well. And positive points also because of the costume of Nicole, okay, during the day. That gives you a total of 350 positive points yesterday. Negatives. You had a preschool cachicamo without his house shirt. You had some kids playing in spaces that they shouldn't be playing.
Yes, there was the Cachicamo playing with the 5 Araguatos.
Oh, okay. There you go. This one is very sad. There was a co-captain watching TikTok from her iPad when she shouldn't have been. I don't know what co-captain Herrera would that be, but her iPad got taken away yesterday because of doing what she shouldn't be doing. You had one of your students dead asleep, doing nothing during one of the activities. And you had a Los Cachicamo from 3rd grade during the day. He was wandering around the school, which gives you a total of 140 negative points.
Okay, I will really go now with Venados. Punctuality was really important yesterday. One of the first 4 houses coming in the Coliseum. You really wanted to help other teams in their activities. So well done. You kept a positive and energetic attitude with all the members of your house and other houses. And there was a demonstration of collaborative work with members of other houses in a high school activity. So well done. No more. And you also had negative points. You came to the Coliseum first, but you were the last team taking the attendance list to reception. Because there was one Venado who didn't give the cell phone at the beginning of the day. Because there were some kids playing out of the house. So they were playing by themselves. There was a lost little girl yesterday in primary. Actually, I found her twice, one in the morning and in the afternoon. It seems that she doesn't find the house. And because there was one of the teachers playing Uno cards with a student.
And we have so many things to do. We have things for tomorrow, things for Friday. There were many houses organizing for the days to come, but Venados were playing.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. And also,
Oh, yes.
I was checking the WhatsApp groups yesterday. Not easy job. There are many people in the WhatsApp group.
The parents grab WhatsApp groups.
But I found that there was one Venado in the house of Cachirres, in the house of Cachicamos, in the house of Jaguares, and in the house of Guios. And I don't understand why. So from every house you were, it was 20 negative points. So you had then 250 positive points, but you had 180 negative points yesterday. Okay, Venados? Sorry.
Continue. I'm doing
Now, I will continue with the house of Chigüiros. Positive, because you were cheering your team during the day, because there were some students with their costume yesterday. Daniela Mesa, Isabela Martinez, Ana Sofia, Matthew Lopez, and Mia Lopez. So 20 points for each. Well done. Because at the beginning, here in the Coliseum, the cheering from preschool kids, it was really good. Because the students in grade 3, 4th, and 5th, led by some teachers, they were cheering up the entire day. Because production gave teacher Junior and Alejandro positive points because they felt like kids yesterday. So well done. Well done. Now, Junior, it seems that you went back to your childhood. Well done. Because there was constant company from the big kids with the little kids in preschool activities. Very good. And also preschool kids kept on cheering the entire day in their activities. And you were one of the first houses taking the attendance list to reception. So well done.
Now, these negative points are very sad because you nearly got 0 negative points. Nearly. You only have 2 aspects of negative points. Number 1, your co-captain Quintero, that looks like he's attached to the hip with Simon Vidal. But number 2, we had one of the Chigüiros lost, and when one of the production team told her that why was she here, she was very rude. I don't know what Chigüiro, Emma, would that be?
So at the end, you had 640 positive points against 60 negative points.
Cachirres. Cachirres, you have positive points because you had one of your cars getting here in the morning with the cheer of Cachirres. Because a Cachirre teacher helped with the activity in preschool, that was teacher John. Because your parents completed the Parents Challenge yesterday. Because we had lots of great disposition from your captains yesterday during the day in the activities. Because you had constant cheers during the day. And because you had students helping decorate in preschool. And that gives you a total of 470 positive points. On the other side, you had, you had some sleeping Cachirres in one of the activities. Where is she? She knows who she is. She nearly didn't wake up when I went into the classroom. You have one of your captains that was wearing an unauthorized shirt. Remember that the 2020 shirts were left behind. We have new authorized shirts. And that's it. So you had 470 positive points versus 60 negative points.
Okay. Now, House of Guios. Okay, positives. because there was a student with a very good costume yesterday. Well done. Because you kept on cheering the entire day. Excellent. Because one of your teachers, Teacher Alejandra, really had a very good online activity with other people from all the houses. Well done. Because you were one of the 4 first team taking the attendance list to reception. And also, because Teacher Yelitza and Teacher Camilo, they were a couple bringing a good costume yesterday. I cannot assure that it was a really good God's costume. But okay, Teacher Camilo, you tried. Anyway.
We have lots of kids down here talking again, teachers that are accompanying.
Be careful, teachers, because we are taking notes of all these things that is happening right here.
Lots.
Now, negatives. There was a Guio Mogollon out of his house yesterday. And although he tried to say that he really wanted to go to visit Nicole at the first aid room, we knew that he was escaped. Maria Paula Ramirez was also out of the team during one of the activities. Luciana Perez was having a very nice conversation with Avenado yesterday out of her house. Because there was a student who threw mud into other students yesterday during the activity at the backyard there. That was really rude. To Achiguiro, Mr. Julian Nieto. Because there was a kid playing out of the house yesterday, Tiago Perdomo, also with the 5 Araguatos during the break, but they had to be here in the Coliseum. Because Juan Jose Sanchez, at the end of the day, really used a very, very rude language and vocabulary at the door, at the gates, in front of the little kids. So at the end, this House of Wheels, you accumulated 400 positive points. But you had 140 negative points. Okay? Are these all the houses?
Those are all the houses.
Whew. Perfect. So let's now go with the final general chart of points, and that's the way we start today. Okay? Are you ready for that? No, you are not. You are not. No, you are not. Are you ready for the chart and points? Okay.
So, in the 8th place, with 7,856 points, the House of Cachirres.
7,856 points.
Listen to the points because the difference is not much.
But you only had 8 points of difference with the one in position number 7. And that position 7th is for with 7,864 points, the House of Cachicamos.
With 8,309 points, the House of Chigüiros.
Fifth position with 8,450 points. Araguatos.
with 8,735 points in fourth position, the House of Venados.
Okay, we're going to the podium now. Position 3. With 8,746 points, the House of Guios.
Which leaves us between Jaguares and Corocoras. The difference in points is between 9,010 points versus 9,178 points.
Only 168 points of difference.
The house that starts this third day of the
Today.
Cultural Week 2024 in the first position is the house of Corocoras!
And so second place for the House
Of
of
Jaguares.
Jaguares. Okay, so you can see that anything can happen. There is only a difference of 1,300 points from between the first position and the last position. So anything can happen. Now, we are ready for this sports day. We would like to welcome the Physical Education Department teachers of sports, please. Remember, please, it is not mandatory to use English during the day, okay? There
But-
will no be negative points for the ones who don't use English in the day. But if there is a house that uses English naturally, it is not because we are passing by. If you are using English naturally, you will earn positive points for your house today, okay? So thank you. We would like to welcome Teacher Felipe and all the Physical Education Department.
Bueno, buenos días a todos. Muy bien, muy bien. Esa es la energía que necesitamos para nuestro día de hoy, que es el deportivo. Desde el Departamento de Deportes estamos muy emocionados de poder ofrecerles a ustedes muchas actividades en donde van a poder demostrar todas sus habilidades físicas. Pero lo más importante es que ustedes puedan disfrutar el día de hoy. El trabajo en equipo es lo más fundamental para poder lograrlo. Así que vamos a darle inicio de una vez al día de hoy, rápidamente. Ojo, porque estas normas o estas instrucciones deben ser muy claras para poder lograr una buena organización. En estos momentos los capitanes se van a dirigir a la piscina, bueno, todavía no, yo les aviso cuándo, para su prueba de capitanes. De los grados primero a quinto se van a dirigir a la cancha de primaria que queda aquí atrás. Los grados de sexto a noveno en la zona del Eco Gym en la Pedana. ¿Listo? Ahí vamos a hacer unas actividades que se llama Feria de Habilidades de Motoras. ¿Listo? Entonces, no siendo más, vamos entonces a dirigir a los capitanes para que se puedan ir para la piscina. A los que están en casa, un saludo.